DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say so. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Again to each and every one of you out there. Welcome, my hooligan heavies. It's time for another episode of DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I'm DIECAST NORBZ, your galactic hooligan, and today I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of an in-between, a side quest, and something that's actually in the Transformers lore, because today we're actually going to be doing Death's Head over here. Coming over to me from Hasbro Pulse, I am actually super excited to get this guy. I don't know a whole lot about this guy except for what I'm actually perusing on the internet and everything like that, but like, he's actually pretty great. He's actually a bounty hunter that was, I think, sent after Rodimus, of all people and everything, you know? So, like, this guy is actually going to be pretty awesome to take a look at and everything. And he's a bounty hunter. You don't want to call him, like, a villain, because he doesn't respond well to that. You don't want to call him, like, a total good guy, because he's not, you know what I mean? So he's actually someplace in between. And so I'm trying to figure out exactly when I'm going to be placing him on one of my shelves over here. But right now, we're going to be taking this guy out of the box, so you can actually see exactly what he actually looks like out of it. There goes his his art right on the side over here, which is very cool. There goes everything that you actually need to know about him and everything. So I'm actually going to slowly pan up here, and if you actually want to stop at any moment to read anything about this guy, you can. And there we go, and it's from Hasbro. So there we are. So he's actually one of the Marvel Legends group. I kind of wish he actually had like a Transformers symbol someplace around here or something like that, so we actually know that he was that he actually did get his start in the Transformers universe. Anyway, let's check this guy out. Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share me around like a fiend. Please make sure that I actually get out there. If this is your first time coming in, just hit the like button and everything. It doesn't cost you anything, but it actually helps me defeat the algorithm gods that are actually plaguing me right now. Also, helps me defeat the AI that's actually plaguing me also. So, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Now, let's go check this guy out. Let's get to the stage. So I'm going to tell you, I know of Death's Head, but I don't know a whole lot about this guy or anything like that, but like, he is a Marvel superhero and everything, and Marvel, he's actually acted more as a hero in like a lot of iterations in Marvel Comics, especially Marvel UK and that sort of thing, but there he goes in the box and everything. And then right now, I'm actually going to tell you one thing. I just cut open the top of the tape and everything, and then I am just going in here, and one thing that I actually have to say about anything that's Marvel Legends and that sort of thing, and even G.I. Joe and all the others, they put like so much care and attention into detail as opposed to what we actually get with Transformers and everything. And I kind of wish they actually brought this back, that plastic. I mean, like, when it comes down to Transformers, it's like, we're saving the carbon we're saving the carbon footprint. And then when it comes down to anything else, it's like the Rolls Royce treatments and everything like that. You know what I mean? So like, the royal treatments is actually going on to this guy, and you'll see it when we actually go into the box over here, because when we actually open this up and we actually take this out, you'll actually have this great background of illustration that's actually going on over here. And I really never ever care about these inserts or anything like that as much. I think that's actually all the way, yep, that's all the way down here and everything into the box and everything. But you'll actually get this wasteland over here and everything, which is actually pretty cool. If you want to save the box and everything like that, that's actually up to you. I usually kind of like toss the boxes out myself. There are a couple of them that I'm actually kind of like really contemplating about keeping actually, and this is one of the ones that I'm actually kind of like contemplating and everything. It's actually in this kind of like really glossy box here and everything like that. I really like that a lot. There we go with the with Death's Head right over here and everything, with his mace weapon and everything in hand. Very, very cool illustration here. I love it. You know, and then right down here, the warning and Death's Head, and then we actually have like everything that actually goes on over here. It's really nice when we actually have proper clamshells for everything, and this one's not only on just this one for Death's Head, but a secondary one for all of his arsenal right here, which is really, really nice. I love that a lot. So we're going to get him out of here, and then we'll check out everything that he actually comes with, but I really love him already. And once we get Death's Head out of package, he is actually looking pretty cool. The one main issue that I might have some issues with over here are his feet. They are actually kind of like a very light when it actually comes down to just like getting him stationary and everything like that. So I'm probably gonna have to like do the Kiki's treatment on his ankles altogether. Now, otherwise than that, he's actually looking pretty good. First off, let's just check this guy out right over here on his head, and that is a very, very menacing head right there. I like that a lot. He is actually very much like what anything called Death's Head should actually look like and everything, you know? I am just a big fan of this design here and everything, you know? I know a lot of you are. There we go. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a better look at his face over here with my light on my phone here and everything. Look at those beady red eyes there. They are very, very cool. And then we actually get down through all the textural design and everything like that. I'm actually loving the blaster fire that's actually over here, or the bullets that actually ricocheted off of him and everything. I am loving all of that all together. You can actually store his weapons on his back with his shield, and I'll show you that in a little while. I'm such a big fan of this textured cape right over here also. That's very, very cool. We have like a couple of rips on the bottom and some tears at the fringes of his cape here and everything. That's actually really nice. We'll go over here. We have kind of like that organic steel kind of like the look here and everything, and we'll actually have the same thing going underneath his body here. So that's actually really nice. Kind of like looking more like an X-Men quality costuming and that sort of thing with their blue and the gold and everything like that, you know. But like, this guy is actually such a cool figure. I love his spikes right over here and everything also. And his boots are just really nice. It's just like a really good quality figure. We actually have like all of this going over here and everything as far as like the texturing underneath his boot and everything. So it's not like anywhere near McFarlane or anything like that, but like still yet though, very, very nice. And I just wanted to give you one more pass and look at through this guy and everything all together. I really love this a lot, you know. That's this arm shield, these shoulder shields and everything like that are just really, really awesome. And everything over here is just like a very cool pass on like what a good superhero figure should actually look like and everything like that. Like, it's very, very cool altogether. Just let me put him down over here. And he actually comes with an array of weapons, so let me show those off to you. First thing I want to show you are these like other of these ulterior fists here and everything like that. They are clenched fists right here, but like very, very nice. You actually, I love the claw work that's actually going on here. And these are actually very, very cool and everything like that. They actually kind of like go in and out, so like they should actually work with him and everything. I'll show that off in just a little bit. But we also have these hands right over here. They're actually, we have one that's actually already like kind of like splayed and everything like that, and that's a very nice looking hand right there. The modeling that actually goes into this is really extraordinary. I'm loving it so much. There we go. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a closer look at this hand here and everything. I'm like loving I'm loving the knuckles right over here also and everything like that. He looks like he would actually give Lobo a run for his money here, you know? And then we'll actually take up this right over here. This is actually kind of like more of something that you can actually use with a weapon in hand and everything, so that's actually really nice. As far as weaponry is actually concerned, he actually does come with his fist, but he also has like all of this stuff that he actually has on his backpack over here. We have his shield, and then you can actually take off all of his weapons and everything like that. They easily store in his back. You actually have like this missile right over here. First off, let's take a look at the shield. That's very nice. I'm loving the battle scarring that's actually going over here in his shield. Really, really cool. We have his mace right over here and everything, so like that's actually really nice. I love that so much. It's actually made out of like the kind of like a semi-bendy material and everything like that. We have like these spikes over here that are actually going to be like a little bit softer than like anything else. So that's actually kind of like good and bad at the same time, because like I often wonder about the longevity of like say weapons like this and everything like that when you actually have it made out of that semi-soft material over here. But then we also have this battle axe right over here, again made out of that semi-soft material, and I really do wish that we actually had something that was actually a lot more solid here and everything, you know. And then we also have this missile right here and everything like that, and that's actually really nice as well. And if you actually want to exchange the weapons and everything like that, it's just as easy as just taking out his hand and then installing one of the various array of weapons that he actually has. I think the most famous would probably be the mace over here and everything, and that looks very, very cool. And then we actually have the battle axe right over here, and that probably is going to be like one of my favorite weapons and everything. Again, I just wish it wasn't made out of this bendy plastic or anything like that, because I think the bendy plastic actually just kind of like, it gives way too much and everything like that. I feel the same way about Magnetron's sword and everything, you know what I mean? So it looks cool, it looks menacing, you know, and like all of this battle scarring over here and everything is just really great. But I'm also wondering about like super hot weather and everything. Like I kind of tend to think that those would actually melt, or it can actually be warped after some time and everything like that, given what you're actually doing with it. For me, primarily, I'm just gonna like leave like most of his weapons on his shield and see how that actually works out. And just let me check one other weapon here, and this one's a little bit harder to take off, but then let's give him his missile here. And that's actually very cool also, you know, like I kind of like that a lot. And if you actually really needed for him to duke it out with like another figure and everything, you could actually install his closed fist hands over here, and that's actually really nice. His articulation is actually very nice also. He actually has a nice like upper, oh look at that, that's a really nice like upward motion on his neck there and everything, you know. Very cool. He can actually look really down. He can actually like turn his head all the way around here and everything. He doesn't actually emote as well as say like maybe Firestorm actually does or anything like that, but it's actually very nice nonetheless. He can bring his arms way out like this, and then like all the sculpting that's actually done in here is really, really nice. He has rotation right over by his bicep. He does have a pretty good 90-degree elbow right here, so that's actually really nice, you know. You can actually kick all the way out just like about so, and then it's like semi-inhibited by his hip skirt altogether and everything. They don't necessarily move away, but it's actually made out of that same bendy material and everything. He doesn't really go all the way out, and he can't make a donkey kick like he should because of the fact that his butt actually kind of like just gets in the way and everything, you know. So there we go. We actually have a double jointed knee right there and everything, so that's actually really nice. Again, like some of the parts on here are actually really, really loose and everything like that. I don't like that at all. I thought it was actually just subjected to his ankle, but I'm actually noticing that in his knee also. So let's just get this over here. And on this one, the looseness is actually coming out a little bit more on the top as opposed to the bottom, but like still yet though, really nice. I like the quality of plastic that's actually on here also. He actually has rotation right over here on the upper thigh, so that's actually really nice. He does actually have, rotation right over here on his lower boot, on his upper boot, and that's actually really nice also. That's like good added articulation. You actually have ankle pivot right over here, and then you can actually dorsiflexion, you know, so, and then that's actually really nice. He actually has like a really deep cut right there and everything, so that's really great. And then let's see, I think he can, yep, he actually has a twist right over here, and he also has, there we go, He also has a good ab crunch and everything, so that's actually really great. Everything that you actually need to actually make your Death's Head a really, really imposing figure and everything. You just have to figure out exactly how you're actually gonna like fix yours. I know like with some people, they actually like using like floor polish and everything on their figures and everything. I usually use Kiki's myself and everything like that. I'm not being paid by them, but Kiki's pay me, you know, because like I really love that brand, you know. It's very, very cool. Anyway, let's get into some size comparisons. And before we go on with size comparisons, I just wanted to show you exactly how this actually looked with the shield in hand. The shield actually kind of like fits in pretty loosely, and you actually kind of like put it into his hand just like that. And just let me give you a little bit more light here just so you can actually see how it actually works out. Fits into his palm just like that with one of his hands, and then you can actually kind of like have it facing outward and everything more than anything else. It doesn't really go to the side as well or anything like that because of the spikes that are actually included in his knuckles here and everything, but it still works. It just fits really loosely and everything, and that's because of like the way the hands are actually made. It's actually kind of like also made out of that kind of like semi-loose plastic and everything like that. So it's not like super malleable or anything like that, but it's malleable enough where it's not gonna like really like it's not really gonna like keep this stationary in here or anything like that. And if you decide to like pose your Death's Head on your stands or whatever it may be and everything like that, he's probably not gonna move anywhere or anything like that if you keep him in like one static pose and everything like that. So like that's okay, but like aside from that, if you're actually using it for playability and everything like that, you might want to think of like some way to like actually thicken up the plastic or something like that, you know. But there goes my 2 cubes. And for comparisons, I'm going to give you Death's Head and Wolverine, Death's Head and Crystar, because sometimes he'd be showing up in other people's dimensions, you know what I'm saying? Death's Head and Ghost Rider. The only one who should actually really matter is Ghost Rider. And Death's Head and Rodimus Prime for the final duel. And when Death's Head finally gets enough money, he goes after the opposite team. You know, so like Death's Head is actually like his morals are actually kind of scrupulous at best and everything like that, but he's still a fun figure and everything. He actually looks cool. He really, really does. I'm actually wondering if this guy is actually for me, but at the same time, with kind of like an unknown character like this for me, myself, and everything, I kind of like still feel as though he's actually still a worthy part of the Transformers lore and everything, you know what I mean? So like, he actually kind of like brings a little bit more of the richness of what Transformers actually is to me and everything, and I love him. And the fact that he actually kind of like crisscrosses between Marvel and Transformers so well and everything, just bridges those two gaps back together again and everything, and I think that's actually great. If you actually have the means to get them, go out and get them and everything. I think this might be the SDCC version and everything like that, if I'm not mistaken, but correct me if I'm actually wrong down in the comments and everything, as always. And we will take a short break. Well, I'm going to take a short break because I want to figure out exactly what I'm actually going to say in my closing statement for this guy. I like him a lot. His texture cape is actually just gorgeous, you know what I mean? And so like, if you're actually looking for like Death's Head and everything, if you're a really big fan, you should absolutely go out and get him and everything. And like, the couple of quick fixes that I actually have to make won't really take me too much time or anything like that out of my schedule or anything like that. But if you're actually looking to fix him up and everything, if you're like, those might be like a couple of like the niche little things that I actually found that I need to fix on my personal copy, and yours may vary and everything like that. Like everyone's mileage may vary on each and every one of the figures that they actually buy, but he is actually very cool. I love it, and I don't think that this mandible actually moves and everything, and that's probably the only other thing that would have actually loved to have actually seen move and everything. But aside from that, he's actually very, very cool. Anyway, final comments in just a moment. I love it when we have a good comic book crossover, and I loved it when we actually had black-suited Spidey and everything hopping into the pages of Transformers and everything, and I'm dying to find my black-suited Spidey right now, because if I can find him, he's going right into the Transformer section right over there and everything, you know? And like, I think it's actually great when we actually have certain characters that actually kind of like break the barriers of the multiverse. We actually have Circuit Breaker. If they ever made Circuit Breaker, she would definitely be in my collection. And that's the reasoning that I actually used to get Death's Head over here, you know? He doesn't actually have to be like a major part of your collection, but he is a part of the universe that actually that we love so much and everything, you know? I'm not exactly sure if I can actually call him Transformers Death's Head, because of course he doesn't transform into anything. And then he was actually used heavily in Marvel UK and everything, and I think he's actually back here again. Don't quote me on that, I have to research it, but he will actually make a fine addition to anyone's collection. He's very sturdy. He's actually got like a lot of heft and everything. I love the fact that we actually have this character with a lot of heft. Is like everything's actually really great. The texturing's actually really fantastic. There are just a couple of things that I actually thought were actually kind of off, like the fact that he couldn't really hold his shield as well as I'd actually like for him to grip it. And also, we actually have like a couple of tolerance issues in the legs and everything. But otherwise than that, he's actually great. Once you actually fix those things, if you actually get like perfect quality figure, then that's actually great. Then I don't even look twice at this review or anything like that. Like, you've actually got it and then you win, you know? But if you didn't have that, then there are like a lot of different options and everything that you can actually use to actually make sure that this guy actually kind of like becomes top quality, can stand correctly and everything like that, you know what I mean? So it's not that big of it's not that big of a fix. It's actually really easy. It usually takes like about 2 seconds and everything and you're done, you know? But like aside from that, he's great. I really love him. The styling is actually very cool. He looks like he actually steps straight out of the comic book, sporting X-Men colors as I thought and everything, you know? So like, I really like him a lot, you know? So if you actually have the chance to get him, I'm pretty sure that he's actually still over in Hasbro Pulse and everything. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't actually have like toe tilt or anything like that. But like, there we go. So like, that's Death's Head for you. If you actually have the chance to get him, go out and get him. He's actually a great, he would actually make a worthy part of your collection, you know, no matter where you're actually collecting, you know? And I don't know, like I feel he's actually kind of like obscure to me, you know what I mean? But like to a lot of you and everything, I know that there are a lot of fans out there who are actually just waiting to have this in hand, so have at it. Just looking over this guy is actually really, really cool. I like it a lot. Anyway, and that is it for me today. I'm actually really excited that you've actually all come in to join me for my trip through nerddom, and I appreciate each and every time that you've actually come over to check out what I'm actually checking out and everything. Be sure to catch me again next time as I actually come back on this channel to review something you may like, that you might like to like actually check it a little bit deeper with me and everything, you know? And that is exactly what I'm actually here for, you know? Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bring your friends, family, best enemies, everyone. Tell them about DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I'd really appreciate it. As always, make sure that you're treating yourselves with love, kindness, mindfulness, and remember, love is an action word. Spread love, spread kindness, spread mindfulness, spread all the good things in life that actually come for free of charge, and give that to each other. Make sure that kindness is out there. Make sure love is out there. Make sure you actually take all of that positivity into a great, gigantic Dragon Ball sphere. Spread it out into the universe. Spread it to the ethereal realms. Bring it back down over here to HQ, where I can actually always use some myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every single one of you soon.